time. Let's see what's happening. I'm not sure how to tell in here where the chat is at. I guess it's down there. Click on that. All right, let me know, please, if we got it to work finally. Our hearts are heavy if this message don't want to come out, right? Goodness, what is going on? Let me know, my loves, if you can hear me now. I'm acting wild now. Okay. Whenever we get this situated, we'll start with breath work again. We'll just start our whole ritual over again once I know it's working. Maybe it's a sign I just need to go live on my phone more often. I try to use my laptop because I can interact with you guys on the chat more. Yay! Yay! Victory! Victory! Oh, I feel so good that it wasn't me, that I wasn't like, because I thought it was that I had myself muted before, but apparently it wasn't, because I tried like 5 different things. So my laptop just doesn't want to work today, and that's okay. That's okay. Thank you so much for letting me know, Cindy, that you can hear me. That's so helpful. Okay. So what we will do is we're going to start over. We're going to rewind and pretend that we are starting this from the beginning. We're going to shake off all that energy that was trying to postpone and keep us stuck and keep us in yesterday's energy. We are here in the now, in the present moment. All right. So we're going to do breath work, breathing in for 6, holding for 2, and breathing out for 8. As I was trying to explain earlier, when you're doing breath work, exhale is always going to be more important than the inhale. So breathe in for 6, hold for 2, and breathe out for 8. We'll do 3 rounds of this, and I will let you know with my fingers where we're at. Okay? Breathing in for 6. Second round, breathing in for 6. Last round, breathing in for 6. Awesome. Thank you for joining me in that. As we settle into this presence today, into this space, I really encourage you, shake off anything that's weighing you down, whether that's yesterday, whatever is on your mind that's trying to keep you preoccupied. Be here in the moment. Hey, baby doll. Oh, mental raccoon glass. I love that handle. That's awesome. Shake off whatever it is that was trying to prevent us from having this reading. That energy, to me, it just speaks of the heaviness, right? It speaks of we're so tired. There's a weight to what's on our hearts right now. There's a weight to what we need to let be expressed. And it's got to be pretty powerful for there to be so much resistance. Thank you, honey. All right. So that was the Maiden I just shuffled up for you guys. I've been shuffling on and off through this whole thing because we've had so many technical difficulties. But I just want to let you guys see just a really good shuffle through before we begin. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I know last week's energy was rough, and I hope you guys are doing a lot better now. I'm talking to the ladies in my current Phoenix framework about time and how time isn't linear. Time is a spiral, right? And mainstream society is like, you're behind, you can't keep up. All of these things that we're told. But really, if we think about it, we're always exactly, oh, yes, I'm glad you're having a great day. Yes, I am. We are always exactly where we're meant to be. We're always on track. We're always being divinely guided and led. So anytime you're overwhelmed, just think of time as a spiral. Something you can learn from at every angle. Okay? All right. Maiden, what message do you have, please, for this ADHD collective, for these strong, brilliant women? What is the message that their heart has been too tired to say out loud? Please, Maiden. We got the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right. Mother. Messages, please, for this ADHD collective. Okay. What has been too heavy on our hearts? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Y'all see that? Jumping from the page to the Queen. Okay. Okay, archetypes. I'm here for this. Where are we going? Where are we going? Crone. Deep ancient knowledge. Wisdom keeper. Please give us guidance. What does this ADHD collective need to know? What has been too heavy for our hearts? What have we been too tired to let our hearts speak? What is this powerful expression that needs to come through? Okay. Two of Wands. Look at that. Okay. All right. So our first card from the Maiden. Four of Pentacles. With the Six of Cups. Yeah. And the Five of Pentacles. Where's my crystal? There we go. Okay. Oh, this one's not appropriate for you guys. Wish you could see it, though, because it's super cute. We got Judgment. She's taking a shower outside. We've got the Fool. We've got the Tower. I told you last week was rough. Yeah, for sure. Page of Pentacles again, guys. Look at that. Page of Pentacles again. Seven of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. Oh, yes, 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 yes. This is one of my favorite cards. I have a lot of their favorite cards, but this is one of the ones that's my favorite. Also, this card, it looks like a phoenix to me, and that's what my group coaching is called, the Phoenix Framework. So every time I see it, it makes me like, oh. Okay. I find it so interesting. Like earlier today, when I was thinking about, when I felt led to do this reading, when I was like, okay, you need to go live. You need to connect with everybody. There's something heavy going on that we have to get out. And it felt really heavy earlier. Like the energy was heavy. But now, like in this reading with you guys, I feel really playful. I feel I'm just like, ah, like, yes, let's go. Let's do this. And it's really interesting. I feel that way after all of the like problems we had trying to get live where you could actually hear me. So, okay. Something about transmuting that energy swiftly, quickly. It's not something that has to hang around. I'm trying to read this comment. Oh, it's not going to be like that, Zach. I have faith in you, friend. I am not a therapist, but I can tell you that you're an important person, that you make a difference, and there will be people that you affect that you will never, ever know the impact you had on their lives. So get some help, get some professional help, And know that love and support is always provided for you if you have the courage to ask. It may not be from the people you're used to getting it from, but it's definitely there, okay? All right. So as we dig into this message, we have the Page of Pentacles twice. From two different archetypes. And again, I was talking about that polarity, that difference that I felt between the beginning this morning when I was like, okay, you need to do this reading. And now when I'm like, oh, I feel really playful. Like, what is that? It's very disconnecting. But for this Page of Pentacles, we have like the pink from the Maiden and then this darker Crone guidance. Pages are students. So this is what's been too hard for your heart to talk about. So maybe you're learning the language of your heart. You're learning the landscape. Starting with the Maiden's message, with this Four of Pentacles. Maybe this life, I normally read the Four of Pentacles as stability, as groundedness. But here I'm definitely seeing the clinginess that we can, like where you're afraid to let go, where you're being too stingy, where you have too much of a hold on something. And so as you've been learning this language of your heart, and this could be, since we do have the Six of Cups presenting itself, this could be, we are always learning about ourselves and learning more about ourselves. So this could be something that has really been a process since childhood. Maybe you didn't have family members that you could communicate with about the things that were bothering you, about the things that were stored in your heart. It could be the dreams of your heart. It could be the wounds of your heart, especially with this Five of Pentacles coming up. Maybe you were left, out in the cold. That's what everybody says, left out in the cold, but literally, maybe someone made you feel so alone that since childhood, you've just shut down the whole idea of learning the language of your heart. Learning. Pentacles are grounded energy, right? We have a lot of that on the table right now. We have the Four, the Five, and the Page. So learning, that's a 9. So 9s are all about cycles. Yeah. So your heart is heavy because this has been a cycle since childhood with the Six of Cups again. Evolving. If we transition away from that Maiden message, when we are ending on the Five of Pentacles, that isolation, lack, scarcity, no support for your heart, no support for your pain, no support for your dreams and love. Ending on that card and moving into the message of the Mother. She's given us the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, and under that is the Queen of Cups. Heck yeah, and under that is the High Priestess. Okay, we're just going to keep going. Look at these beautiful cards. Yes. That's a lot of divine feminine energy. Moving out of a phase. And I mean, you could be older. Like, just because this started when you were young doesn't mean that it's something that you were able to wrap your mind around early. You could be in your 30s, 40s, 50s and still be trying to close out this cycle, this lesson. And here with the Mother giving us judgment first, right? This is all about the awakening, the calling of your soul. If you're looking at the traditional tarot cards, it's literally the angel blowing the trumpet, calling, literally putting out a call for the soul. Your soul's ready to take on oh yeah, I love when everything starts making sense. to take on a lightness. I was talking about I didn't understand why I was so playful all of a sudden. Like, what is going on? Why am I so playful? What is happening here? Because your heart is ready to release that old cycle, to release the conditioning that you have to be alone, that you can't depend on people, that you have to cling and claw and fight your way into anybody's heart, into anybody's home, to have a place at the table. Ending that cycle, that you don't have to do that. You're being called with the Judgment card to step into lighter energy, playful energy, energy where you're still learning the language of your heart and you're being brave enough to speak it. You're being brave enough to express it, knowing that what you say has value, what you say has meaning, that your feelings are not too much. No, they're not. They're a divine gift. Your feelings are messengers. That's all they're trying to do, is teach you a lesson. Tune you into something going on that you haven't processed, that you're not paying attention to. And the Mother ends with the Tower card. So yes, while this could be really, bothersome, it could be uncomfortable. It's a kind word for the Tower card. But the Tower is never happening to you. It's happening for you. You literally got the Judgment card, okay? Your soul is calling you to step into this lighter energy, even though it is going to be difficult. I love to think about the rubber band, right? When I think of expansion, I always think of a rubber band. Soul expansion, skill expansion, any type of expansion. And here, this is heart expansion. Thawing out this frozen heart, thawing out this heart that's been shut down, that you stop being a student of, that you stop trying to learn about, and stepping into this playful energy where you're curious about who you are and what you are here to do, where you're curious about interacting with others again, connecting with other people, learning that we're here for connection. Connection is where we can learn the best lessons. When people are on their deathbeds, they're not going to say, oh man, I really wish I would have worked more hours. No, that's not what's going to happen. They're going to say, I wish I would have spent more time with the people I love. I wish I would have been more invested in the people in my life, would have made more of an effort to connect, to understand their perspective, and to learn how to show them love and how to be love. That's what people regret on their deathbed. So if we're moving on to the Crone's message, with this Page of Pentacles again, she's inviting you. You were a student of your heart. You got away from that, but now you're being called by your soul with this Judgment card into this energy again. The Fool and the Page of Pentacles are such great energy. Look, he's literally planting something here. Like he's raking his hand over the soil. So the Crone is encouraging you, this heart work, this expression, this discovery of yourself, where you're learning to feel and you're learning to sit in your feelings and know it's okay, right? That your heart is here to lead you, to guide you, to help you connect with others, to help you connect with yourself even more. I talk about Dr. Joe Dispenza a lot because his work has impacted my life so much. I'm not affiliated in any way, but I really do recommend his stuff. And one of the things he talks about is heart and mind coherence, right? So when you are feeling like these wonderful feelings of gratitude, and you can literally, I know you felt it before, where you literally feel it emanating off of your body. They literally can measure how far it is. It's like 3 meters around your body. I'm American. I don't know what meters is, but I don't know. Far, right? But that's what this card made me think about. Tending to your heart, tending to your emotions, tapping into gratitude when it's not easy. Tapping into gratitude when you're like, oh, everything's going wrong. Everything is messing up. But you know what? I choose to say that even though things are going wrong, I'm going to cultivate a life. I'm going to cultivate a mindset. I'm going to cultivate a heart path, a heart feeling, a heart vibration where I am saying, I am thankful to be here. I am blessed to be here. I have valuable lessons to learn in this experience. I have valuable lessons to learn in this betrayal, in this discomfort, in the lessons and pain and relationships that I've had in my life. It's interesting that this Seven of Swords is coming through as betrayal again, because that's what I felt like in the last reading. But she could also be telling us here with the Seven of Swords, you really have to pay attention to your thoughts. You really have to pay attention to the feelings. I was talking about that coherence, keeping them in alignment. Negative thoughts are tricky, tricky little things. They sneak in and they're just, subconscious is ready to latch onto them. It's like, yes, it's easier. And then it's controlling us, right? But if you want to actually experience free will, you have to get control of your thoughts. And you have to do that by maintaining this energy. Like, I'm not a positive all the time kind of person. I want you to sit with your pain. I want you to sit with your emotions. And I want you to work through them. The reason you keep being stuck in all that pain is because you keep suppressing it. You don't feel it. You don't let it live. You don't let it breathe. But there also is a point in your life where you have to make a decision. You have to make a choice. Am I going to stay in this scarcity? Am I going to stay in this lack? Am I going to stay cut off from my heart, cut off from connection, cut off from other people? Or am I going to choose to step out optimistically, step out positively, step out with love and courage and naivete and say, you know what? I'm going to be hurt. But it's worth the pain to earn the connection, earn the love, earn the experiences with others that I will get from stepping out of my comfort zone, from closing this cycle, closing this time of being cut off from my heart, and honestly being tender with yourself. Connecting with soul family, learning that now is a time to really, I feel like you can't have great soul family unless you've been through the ringer. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like the same thing with, like, you don't find your person until you've been through all of the not your persons, because then you're like, wow, I understand now. I know what it doesn't look like, and I know, because I know what it doesn't look like, I know what you look like, and how that is what I need. And the Crone is ending us with this Ace of Wands. With this Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Planning, looking, searching. Where's your life going to go? What connections are you going to make? Are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. Okay, look, guys. Look, I'm going to show you this. Can you see this? All right, that's what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. And when I just picked this up, the Queen of Pentacles. That's wild, guys. That's wild. So we're going to go ahead and bring them out because I was called to look at that for a reason. I'm going to look at each one individually. I think we should. I love Reem from White Feather Tarot, and I was listening to a reading of hers earlier, and she was talking about how, to her, the Queen of Pentacles is the queen that's living the life of her dreams because she's worked. She's put in the work, the hard work, the effort to achieve that life, to achieve that dream. How amazing is that? All of the archetypes are giving us these cards. What does that tell me? That tells me that you can't achieve the life of your dreams. That heart dream that you had, that you shut down, that you locked down in childhood because nobody would listen to it. Maybe your emotions were too big. Maybe your dreams were too big. Maybe you had a vision for things that people in your life couldn't support. And I'm sorry you went through that. I really am. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that you were meant to learn something from that experience. Don't let that experience control you. Don't let that experience dictate your life. Mine every single nugget of gold out of that lesson that you can. So that you can have the life of your dreams. You can live your Queen of Pentacles life. You can be the student of your heart again, the student of your dreams, the student of your life. And by taking control of your thoughts, taking control of your emotions, releasing that heaviness, releasing the scarcity, releasing the loss and the lack. Sit with it. It's hard work. It's hard work to sit with the lies people may have said about you. Maybe that you were too much, that you were too emotional, too sensitive, too loud, too rambunctious. Maybe people blamed you and said you were self-centered. But you were just a kid. A kid that was excited about life and wanted to experience everything this life has to offer. Well, that cycle ended. And you're stepping into this new life where you chase your passions, where you chase that spark of life. Where you put in the work, where you ground into this moment by being present in the now. Don't let yesterday keep you heavy. Don't let tomorrow make you anxious. In this moment, in this right now. Is everything okay? Are you breathing? Are you safe? And if you're not, I'm sorry. My heart is with you. But if you are, and I think if you're watching a YouTube video, you probably are, don't let the anxieties of the unknown keep you caught in a cycle that's preventing you from living the best life that you can. There's that heaviness again. How it came full circle. Okay, guys. Sending love and light to anyone that is open to receive. Thank you, Maiden, Mother, and Crone, for this gorgeous message. And thank you. Thank you for joining me today. Felt so good to connect with you guys again. Let me know below. What is your heart releasing? What is your heart that's been so tired of carrying this? What's it letting go of? I'd love to share it, witness that with you. And before we go, just want to let you know if you'd like to book a private reading with me, information will be in the description box. have a limited number of spots, and I honestly don't know how long this is going to be available. So that's not a scarcity tactic. I'm just genuinely, as my business grows, I don't know how long these will be open to the public. All right. Last thing in this channel, always remember, come as you are and stay as you become. Bye, my loves.